Hi, this is Ben Osborne with Thermo Scientific. In this video I'm going to be talking about how to use Proteome Discoverer to process neutral loss triggered phosphoproteomic data that is acquired on the Q exactive. And the method I'm talking about here is this one. This is a method on the newer versions of the Q exactive operating software, where we use a full MS scan followed by a high resolution all ion fragmentation MS2 scan, and then it looks in those two scans and looks for neutral losses that you've put on your neutral loss global list in this list, and if it sees one of those, it goes back to the parent and does data dependent MS2 on that potential phospho parent. So here in the method setup, I'm not going to really go into depth here on how to set up the method, but there's a very important thing that we have to do here, and that is that we need to use a normalized collision energy that is different for the AIF scan than what we use for the data dependent MS2. And this actually makes a lot of sense anyway, because the phospho bond is going to be the weakest bond, and it's not going to take an awful lot of energy to knock that off. And this can vary from system to system, but in our analysis, what we've been using for the AIF is a normalized collision energy of 25. That's been sufficient to break the phosphate free of the peptides. And then for the data-dependent MS2 events, we've been using somewhere between 30 and 35. Again, this varies from instrument to instrument and your HCD collision gas pressure and all that, but what we're looking for in the data-dependent MS2, though, is not only a neutral loss product ion, but also secondary fragmentation events of that neutral loss parent that will give us data that we can use to process. And as long as you have these two collision energies separate, we can separate them in Proteome Discoverer. So we'll start with a new workflow here, and we'll just build the same generic workflow we always start with: spectrum files, a spectrum selector to filter out some of the bad spectra, some sort of search engine, and some sort of false discovery rate calculator. If you have the MS Amanda module installed, the search engine, this is a really good place to use it, because we're going to be using phospho-RS to localize our phosphorylation sites. Now, what we need to do here, the only thing special really, is we need to go to the spectrum selector, and we want to look in the advanced parameters. And here we have the ability now to filter what MS spectra get searched for potential matches to the database, and ultimately phosphoproteomic data. And since we are using at least 30 for the data-dependent MS2, we can put that here, and we've already filtered out the AIF scans. You don't want to search those. We're fragmenting everything that goes into the MS1 is being fragmented in the AIF scan, and it's just confusing to the software. But here we filtered it out. When we go to Sequest, we're just going to need our, whatever FASTA we're using. We're going to want our modifications that represent our phosphorylation. Human, these are going to predominantly be STs and Ys. And the phospho-RS module, those vault parameters are set up for ion trap scans, and for the Q exactive, we probably want to narrow these down. I have a lot of luck with 0.1 or 0.2, and really that's all you need to set up this method. And as always, if you have questions or concerns, I recommend that you go to the Thermo Brim software portal and look and see if anyone has posted any concerns or questions like yours. And if there's nothing like that posted, go ahead and start a new thread, and we'll do our best to help you with your questions or concerns. That's all. Thanks.